The following is a presentation of the Pro Wrestling Report. Informative, entertaining, and real since 1998.
You know, here's the thing.
Yes? It's New Year's Eve, bromigo.
There are rules, there are policies, there are procedures. I don't know why you think you're above the law. You're suspended for one. You're not getting paid for this week, regardless, because I still sign those checks. So you may have somehow or another finagled your way into the building here, and clearly we have a security issue here at the WCGV studios. But David, you're suspended.
Can you imagine
Respect
all the
my
happy,
authority.
smiley faces when they saw me sit down behind the desk?
They would have much rather have looked at this all night long, because this is not the wrestling cynic. This is not David Del Hero wearing that ridiculous scarf for an irrelevant wheelchair-bound wrestler.
Hey, tore his groin right off the bone.
This was so much more insightful than you. Well, look, you know what? Fine, you got in.
Yes, I did.
Fine. Somebody else will be fired. And Andy didn't play that tape, by the way, the shenanigan tape, but I'm fine with that. You didn't have to sneak your way through to air that. I would have just aired it.
Really?
Yes, all you have to do is ask.
I know how
Send me a memo,
you get
call
about
my
certain
secretary,
things.
call my secretary.
Miss Betty?
Yes, call my secretary and just let her know. She'll schedule a time. Maybe we can do lunch.
Okay, tremendous. You know,
it's time for 5 minutes more, ladies and gentlemen, for
I
the
think
Pro
we need to
Wrestling
rename
Report.
this segment to "It'll Prove Itself" hashtag. Because ever since we've been doing this segment, it has been proving itself, hasn't it?
Are you referring to 2.67?
2.67, and I'm not talking about the latest iPhone.
The lowest rated main event of Raw in 2011?
Who was in that main event?
The main event featured all three of the people who started off Raw this past Monday night, or last Monday night: Zack Ryder, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk.
Wow.
And then we're talking about last week's Raw.
And of course, people will blame the holidays for that, which
It's a valid claim?
Not really. People DVR, they still watch it back. It's still getting credit. The fact of the matter is, the fans finally got what they wanted. Now they don't care.
Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it.
And everyone got it. And I think it was most telling was when we watched Monday Night Raw.
Just keep talking.
The new United States
Or keep
champion,
burying whatever you do.
Zack Ryder, was paired up with Eve in a tag team match against Tyson Kidd, who hasn't been on TV in
About a minute.
3 or 4 months, and Natalya. Then you have the former United States heavyweight champion, Dolph Ziggler,
He's a heel.
defeating the current WWE champion, CM Punk. I'm just saying. Now there's rumors that Punk's rating, they might want to take the belt off him, put it on somebody else. Zack Ryder's not going to be put in a program with Eve as a love interest.
Those are rumors.
Of course they're rumors. I'm not saying it's fact, but it's kind of funny that when we mention, or we talked about, find me, put the heat on me, that's fine.
That's where it goes.
Look what happens. Am I that far off in the way I think? I don't think. If other people are thinking it, I can't be that wrong. Especially when it's in the big offices in Stamford, Connecticut.
1241 East Main?
That's the place. And I know that address because I've gotten quite a few cease and desist orders, thanks to this guy.
Clearly. I want to make one thing crystal clear.
Perfectly clear.
WWE pays close attention to their quarter-hour segment ratings. They pay close attention to what else is on, and there's a ton more competition on Monday nights than there has been in the past. But you're only as good as what you deliver. And for whatever reason, that huge main event didn't deliver. What's important, though,
A huge main event the night after
Right.
that big pay-per-view.
but what's important, though, is in a rare instance, WWE Raw, in its opening segment, proceeded to continue from that opening segment, losing viewers each segment, gaining. It ebbed and flowed a little bit, but ultimately went to its low point during that main event matchup. So they started off the episode of Raw 2 weeks ago with these three in the ring. People saw that, and they then did what?
They ended it.
No, they
with
tuned
the
out.
same- Well, right, but and here's the amazing thing. They had
Those are Impact numbers.
their 6 main players. with the exception of Cena and Orton, not in that main event.
Now, two of that 2.67 was definitely The Miz.
Of course it was, because he's on number 2. No comment?
No, they're talking to me. Keep going.
Well, I'm just saying.
Because I scolded them.
I mean, let's just face facts. The guys that have the titles now are popular and they're loved by a certain portion of the wrestling audience. But as far as the ones that are going to spend the money, the ones that are going to tune in, the ones that are going to buy the pay-per-views, I don't think those fans appreciate the 3 amigos, as you like to call them.
I think your point about now they don't care is fascinating.
Why?
Fascinating because it's so relatively true.
If all those people that wanted woo Zack Ryder and Daniel Bryan Danielson and CM Punk to be the kings of our sport, why wouldn't they tune into a main event and show them how much they appreciate them?
Arguably, they did. It's everybody else, that mainstream fan, that didn't.
That tuned out because there was no John Cena, it wasn't an Undertaker, it wasn't a Randy Orton.
Let's go through some analogies to try to further this point or try to better explain this point.
And I'm not trying to bury anybody.
They're great talents.
Listen,
Daniel Bryan's an amazing talent. CM Punk's an amazing talent.
Is now a business, okay? It's about making money. You are a publicly traded company. You owe it to your stockholders to deliver and perform. You owe it to pay them a dividend. You owe it to make them money, to have an increase in value. And right now, the direction they're going in, I don't think that's going to pay off. Fortunately, WrestleMania is around the corner. But if this was May, April, June, July,
There's no way.
There's no way this would be happening.
No way. No chance in hell. What's your favorite movie, David Hero? Do you like scary movies?
Not at all. I like anything with Salma Hayek.
Okay. What's your favorite?
Desperado.
Okay, so she's in that movie,
Yes,
Salma Hayek.
absolutely.
Let's say, for instance, Joyce DeWitt was in that movie instead of Salma Hayek.
Janet?
Yes. Miss
Okay.
Be a different movie, right?
Yeah, completely different.
You look at what's the big blockbuster out right now?
The Chipmunks.
If Alvin, Simon, and Theodore were replaced by other rodents that didn't have the name value or the look, wouldn't be as good a movie.
Right.
You look at your favorite TV show. What's your favorite TV show right now?
Hardcore Pawn?
Pawn. P-A-W-N. If Ashley wasn't so obnoxious on that
Yeah,
program,
yeah,
and
yeah.
let's say, again, because she's a great example, Joyce DeWitt replaced her.
Or Suzanne Summers? No?
Joyce DeWitt.
Okay.
It wouldn't be the same. It's all about characters. It's all about look. It's all about the investment that you can get into that character, not just on a YouTube show, not just in Twitter, not just on what they do outside of what they're primarily doing, but what they're doing in that ring. Can Zack Ryder deliver in the ring? Abso-frickin-lutely. Can CM Punk deliver in the ring? Abso-frickin-lutely. Can Daniel Bryan deliver in that ring? Abso-frickin-lutely. Cody Rhodes, Air Boom, Beth Phoenix. I don't know if you saw the championship picture that's been floating around out there of all the all the WWE current champions. It's a new day. And I'm not just talking about Ted DiBiase's old theme song. It's a new day. I embrace this new day in professional wrestling, but as you said, David Hero, it's a business.
If it's a new day, and this is the direction they're going in, then please tell me why WrestleMania is going to be headlined by John Cena and The Rock, and more than likely Triple H and Undertaker. They're still building WrestleMania around the older, proven, larger-than-life stars.
Same thing did last year.
I'm just saying.
Now let's give fair credit to WWE. They just lost Randy Orton.
Yes.
Rey Mysterio's been gone. They've lost Edge. Shawn Michaels is gone. Triple H is part-time.
Here's an example of not developing stars properly. A year.
We're in overtime now, by the way.
That's fine. I get paid.
You're
time
still
and a
not.
half.
No, you're not getting paid. You're suspended.
6 months ago, you had Randy Orton and Christian headlining SmackDown. Both guys out
For months.
Okay, Mark Henry now on the shelf. So right now you're building SmackDown
Heavy
around Wade Barrett, Sheamus, Daniel Bryan, and The Big Show. I don't know if that's going to transcend well. I mean, I'm a big fan of Sheamus and Barrett, but Big Show and Daniel Bryan, are people going to buy into that?
They can.
But look at one guy, Randy Orton, who hasn't been used properly in the past couple months.
I disagree.
It's a big loss. Losing him, he may be out till WrestleMania.
But without Randy Orton, Christian wouldn't be where he is. Wade Barrett wouldn't be where he is. I mean, as far as their elevation. Cody Rhodes wouldn't be where he is, because remember, he pinned Randy Orton 3 times in a row. Randy Orton played a tremendous role, and he will be missed, regardless of whether his role was right or wrong. He's a main
event player, and no, there is not one. Sheamus can step up and fill his void.
He's a former WWE champion.
I think that's about it on the SmackDown brand.
You talk about these rumors that are out there, and we typically don't delve into that, but there are discussions, or rumors of discussions of switching some talents around.
They're going to have to.
Taking some big talents who are
Does
currently on
CM
Raw,
Punk now
moving
go to
over
SmackDown?
Well, then I think that diminishes him completely, because this pipe bomb is on tape, if that were to happen.
Well, I'm just saying, someone's got to go to SmackDown to help save that show.
Jim Ross
and what's
said,
interesting, and this past Raw, even though it was a super show, was Wade Barrett on Raw?
I don't believe the Barrage showed up.
I don't believe Sheamus was really on Raw. They didn't use any of the SmackDown stars properly on Raw.
You talk about CM Punk maybe moving over. I'm shocked you didn't bring up the whole controversy from Tuesday with CM Punk at Madison Square Garden.
You know what?
Because if that doesn't prove a point you tried to make.
Why? Why should I have to prove again to the masses that I'm right? Okay? For those of you that don't know, security did not let CM Punk into Madison Square Garden.
Because?
Because they didn't know he was a wrestler. Now keep in mind, he main evented in that building, 3 weeks ago? And won. And now they don't let him in. But who am I to say anything about guys that look like a wrestler and superstars? CM Punk, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened, because believe me, that's embarrassing.
He had fun with it, though.
Well, he has to have fun with it. I mean, what are you going to do? But talk about a blow to your ego.
This past Monday on Raw, it ended with John Cena and Kane.
Loved it.
John Cena's heel turn is so imminent. The writing is on the wall.
Well,
Kane helped.
I don't know if it's imminent.
Kane helped with that.
John Cena may not turn heel. I mean, he may show that he's, stronger and better than everybody else, but talk about Kane. Now, here's an example of a guy who, when given the opportunity to cut a promo, always delivers. Always. And here's a guy.
His best work ever, though, was when he had the voice box. And he was having a tirade backstage.
But here's a guy that, give him a few bullet points, but let him do his thing. Now, the art of a promo is something that's been lost, because obviously when they have to send these guys to promo class, which is led by the Brooklyn Brawler, who I don't think he ever cut a promo.
Oh, he did, with the cigar in hand.
But what I'm saying is he was never known for his mic work. Well,
doesn't mean he doesn't know how to do it.
But
he's been around for a long time.
He's been around. He's great.
He's not just blowing smoke up their tails.
Wow. I see you lost me there for a second. But guys like Austin and Rock and Kane and Taker and Triple H, even now CM Punk, who gets it, and I wish John Cena could do that. Cut a promo and make you feel it, make you believe it, and not being so.
There's been hints of that as of late, though. There's been hints of that. So he could be the most brilliant person right now on a microphone, John Cena, because maybe he's deliberately being cringeworthy when he speaks, because we've heard him go a little, not old school Cena, but a little more real and have a little more feeling to his promos at times.
The only time he does that is with The Rock.
Because it's a pissing contest.
Maybe it's because he rises and lowers himself to his competition in the ring.
Could be.
There's also one more thing I wanted to address. 2 weeks ago.
Your suspension?
No, you know what? That's fine. That's already over with. A couple weeks ago, when you and I had our rant.
Why are you dwelling on this?
No. Because some things were.
We've explained ourselves.
No, right. people said about events and champions, whatever else, and one of the comments was regarding Blizzard Brawl, stating Al Snow and Chavo Guerrero.
No tape will run. Just want to make that clear. No tape will run.
They're saying, how can I criticize when my main event is Al Snow versus Chavo Guerrero? I appreciate you comparing Blizzard Brawl to Monday Night Raw or SmackDown.
Budgets are about the same, right?
Absolutely.
You spend $1 million a week to put on
But
Blizzard
the
Brawl?
fact is, I have access to certain talents. And let's not forget that Al Snow and Chavo Guerrero also drew almost 1,500 people.
Did you sell out the Waukesha County Expo Center?
Absolutely we did. So, I mean, take the shots, whatever, but the fact is, I'm not Monday Night Raw. I'm not trying to get 3 million people to watch my show.
How long have you been booking wrestling? Or putting on shows, rather?
1997. You were, I think, what, 30 at that time? In 97?
It's a new year.
Almost. We're
What's your
almost there.
resolution come tomorrow? What will you no longer do? Be cynical? Be
My
mean?
New Year's resolution. See, it's hard to say because I usually give it up
Not wear
for
that
Lent.
scarf?
You know, I give it up for Lent half the time. But you know what? I will announce my New Year's resolution next week.
No, you won't, because
Why not?
I'm not giving you the time for that. You see these here? Run sheets?
Yeah.
That won't be on there.
No?
No.
Well, okay, what's your New Year's resolution?
My New Year's resolution is to
Jameson
resolve
free?
to see everyone on Monday night for our brand new radio show, Monday Night Meltdown. David Hero, it's going to be pretty intense, by the way. There's a lot of surprises in store, a lot of new things, a lot of old things. One thing is true, the core of the Pro Wrestling Report will not be changing. However, it'll be the only 2 hours of wrestling radio that you need to listen to each and every week. And that's Monday night.
2 hours? We're still doing 2 hours?
Exclusively on Blog Talk Radio, as we have elected not to renew our contract with 540 ESPN, so that we can guarantee to bring you
Every
a Monday night
Monday
show
night.
each and every Monday night right after WWE Raw goes off the air. So that is this Monday Night Meltdown from the Pro Wrestling Report, as it is December 31st, as it is New Year's Eve. As we know, many of you are heading down to the Horny Goat Hideaway to celebrate the big party with the toys down there tonight.
Yes. Can we wrap this up so we can get down there?
We want you to make sure
Linda's
you
waiting.
drive safely, be smart, be safe, be happy, have fun. And we want to thank all of you, the millions of you who tune in to the Pro Wrestling Report here online, also on My 24 Milwaukee, and on Blog Talk Radio for your support all throughout 2011 and 2012. Just around the corner, the Pro Wrestling Report will keep on chugging along with your support. So we want to thank you for that, and we want to wish you the best of the final days of your holiday season. And don't be so upset when you have to go
Final
back to
days,
work.
there's a couple hours left.
Most people don't go back to work till Tuesday.
Oh.
You're out of the office until Sunday afternoon.
Usually.
For David Hero, this is Damian Nelson saying thank you for joining us for 5 minutes more. We'll see you Monday night on The Meltdown on Blog Talk Radio.